Hello and welcome to Five Writers, 5 Minutes. We are a podcast and a YouTube of writers who love to talk about our process. My name is Zanni Louise.
I'm Deborah Abela.
I'm Lian Tanner.
I'm Tristan Bancks.
And I'm Cora Armstrong.
And today I'm very excited because we are going to do a deep dive into my very brand new novel, Cora Seen and Heard, which is published with Walker Books this month. So I think you guys might have some questions for me. Is that correct?
Yes,
Yep.
we do, Zanni.
We
We have lots
do.
of questions.
Oh, goody. Deb, do you want to start us off?
I am going to start off. I loved this novel, Zanni, and you know that because I've raved at you so many times about it. Your voice is so natural and beautiful, but I wanted to know, let's start at the beginning. What inspired Cora?
Well, it was very simple, actually. It was just a picture, a photograph taken by Francis Mesley of an abandoned ballroom. And he travels around the world taking photographs of abandoned stuff. And this particular series of abandoned ballrooms just really triggered me. I was just like, oh my gosh, I just love this so much. There felt like there was so much story there. So then I started to peel away the edges and go, okay, what is the story? Who are the characters? And I imagine this 12-year-old girl, Cora, who was kind of going through some of the emotional roller coasters I had when I was that age, which is this idea that you kind of, I guess this self-conscious idea that you sort of feel like you can't quite be yourself around other people, if that makes sense. So sort of took Cora, put her in the ballroom. That's where it all began.
Yeah, look, I love using photos like that, and I love those photos of abandoned places. Zanni, I know that Queenie in Seven Moves was your first middle grade.
Mm-hmm.
And so Cora's your second. I was wondering what you kind of brought from that experience of writing Queenie, like what did you learn from that first book that you brought into writing the second book?
I think I brought confidence, actually. So it was kind of like writing Queenie was like taking the lid off a jar. It was suddenly like, oh, this is how you write middle grade. Because I'd been trying to fluff around writing all sorts of things that weren't me. And it wasn't until I wrote something really, really personal, I guess, and real, something that felt real, that it all made sense to me, and I let my natural voice come out. So I guess writing Queenie gave me the confidence to be able to write Cora. And Cora is longer and it's more substantial. It took me longer. There's way more layers in it. There's a mystery. But I think if I didn't have the confidence that I had from, at least discovering my middle grade voice that I got from Queenie, then I probably wouldn't have attempted something like Cora. So yeah, I went into it with a lot of joy and confidence, I'd say.
So it's pretty personal, Queenie in Seven Moves. Is Cora Seen and Heard as personal as that one? Or what elements of yourself or your own life did you put into Cora?
A lot, probably more so in Cora than with Queenie. Like the situation of Queenie was very personal. So it was kind of stemming from our real life experience of moving 7 times over a summer. But I think with Cora, she's imbued with more of me, if that makes sense. I probably have more in common with her as a character. And then the other characters around her are very familiar. Actually, my daughter was like, hang on, are these parents based on you and Dad? And I was like, oh God, well, hopefully not too much because the mum's got some issues. But no, very much drawing from personal experience, particularly with the characters, although I've never moved to an abandoned ballroom, to
I loved Cora. 12-year-old Sarah completely related to Cora.
We would have been friends.
So you came in with more confidence than you had when you're writing Queenie, but were there any challenges that you faced?
Well, I think because I attempted a mystery, so I went into that with a lot of trepidation, I think. Well, I sort of skirted around it, and it wasn't until I had my editor, Chloe's help. So Chloe kind of read it. She's like, lean into the mystery. You've got a mystery here. I was like, oh, really? She's like, yes, just do it. So having her assurance that, yes, it was an okay mystery to lean into, and also just, telling me to go for it really helped. And the nice thing was that people were still guessing the ending up until the end. I'm not saying you guys did, but it was nice to hear that from my daughter or from my husband, who were kind of around me at the time I was writing it. The whole way through reading it, we're like, oh, is it this? Is it this? Was it this person? Which was really nice. I was like, oh, if I can make them guess, that makes me feel like I've done a good job.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
It's
Beautiful, beautiful
Yeah.
book, Zanni. Absolutely lovely.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Well, look,
And for writing something that you didn't know that you could write too. Like that takes
no,
bravery
yeah.
to follow that train and see it through.
I think, look, I couldn't have done it without the help of you guys, you know, helping me
Well,
with
of course not.
confidence. No, absolutely not. I can't write at all without you now. This is the problem. But no, thank you for all your support, and also for Deb for taking me along her publicity tour where we're going out with our books together, which has been really fun. So
Very
yeah,
fun.
thanks guys. And if you want to
Thanks.
listen
Well,
back to any
thanks.
of our other conversations, our deep dives into other books, by all means explore our archive. See you all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.